Disclaimer, I do not dislike CinemaSins, and that is not a lie. For my next Everything Wrong with CinemaSins video, I'm going to be sending their video on old. Enjoy the video, everybody.
Comcast.
Pointing things out on the screen.
Not gonna lie, if I ever pull up to a hotel and there are this many people waiting to greet me, I'm gonna keep driving, thank you very much. This is creepy.
While I do agree that that is pretty creepy, you're saying this about yourself, and that's not really the movie's fault.
Pro golf? Pro golf? Every other item on this calendar makes some kind of sense, but pro golf?
Yeah, what that means is that this resort is a golf club where a golf expert can teach others how to play the game.
I can do a 1,000-piece jigsaw puzzle, which is a considerable thing to do. My dad and I put clear glue on them and hang them on my wall. I collect conch shells.
Kids have the damnedest conversations.
Yeah, so what exactly is the sin here?
It's not her fault, but I will never be able to see this actress smiling without wondering who she has poisoned.
And we haven't yet gotten to the part where Priska infects Charles with the rusty knife.
Then we can go to the same college together and become neighbors with mortgages. Cool.
Not sure if Idlib finds college or mortgages cool in this narrative, but he's getting a sin on both.
I think the whole idea itself is what Idlib sees as cool, my dude.
The lack of consistency of lowercase and uppercase letters on this legend bothers me more than it probably should.
Like I've said many times before, just because you feel that way about it does not mean that others do, which means that this is not a sin.
Maybe you could recommend one of these.
Why is this scene?
Because the waiter was looking at what Crystal was recommending.
There's a private beach on the nature preserve side of the island.
Since the private beach is the cause of the old in the title, could we just roll the credits now? Please? Can we? They're not even 12 minutes in, and I really want to be done with whatever this is supposed to be. Call it a movie if you must.
But this can't be a roll credit sin since the manager didn't say old.
Slow motion shot of them walking through a canyon, because why not? Maybe Zack Snyder is watching.
I get that this is a joke, but Zack Snyder was not involved with this movie, so you are, as in previous videos, giving a sin for something irrelevant.
Influencers.
Sure, Crystal probably uses social media because she cares a lot about making herself look young, but we never see her using a social media site.
Guy?
Yeah.
What book am I reading?
Giving your spouse a quiz.
This is just you saying what is happening in this scene.
That's mid-size sedan.
Naming a hip-hop artist mid-size sedan. Like, rap names are usually about flexing, but a mid-size sedan isn't a flex. It's an embarrassment. His name should be all-diesel truck, or full-size Ford, or overcompensating Chevy.
But those don't sound like rapper names to me, my dude.
Fixing grandparents, toddlers, and the ocean.
I don't really understand this sin because I personally don't see what's wrong with Kara having fun in the water with Agnes.
No fish.
There are plenty of weird things about this movie and these characters, but quite possibly the weirdest is Trent's obsession with fish. Who gives this much of a shit about fucking fish?
Think of it like this. When you're in the water at a beach, you usually see fish. And because time passes quickly on the beach, it's likely that the fish at some point died and disappeared, which is why it's surprising for Trent.
Oh, damn.
Oh damn, my nose is bleeding? Or oh damn, I know who killed that person?
It's actually, oh damn, the girl who was with me is now dead.
If mid-size sedan has been on the beach since the previous night, why hasn't he aged more? Also, the body of the woman should have decomposed long before now.
I agree with the second part of your sin. What I'm sinning you for here is that there isn't much change in an adult over the span of a few years other than stuff like graying hairs, which is why mid-size sedan doesn't look different.
I'm an actuary. I calculate people's insurance rates based on their risk profile.
Along came Guy.
Not a sin there, my dude.
As Dude Man does CPR on Lady Person and others shriek nearby, I would like to point out that I would probably be more invested here if I had any idea who any of these people were.
Well, if you were actually watching the movie and not whining about wanting it to end, you'd have an idea of who all the main characters are.
On a beach with two unrelated dead bodies. That is just statistically impossible.
This is Guy's concern. Fucking Guy.
Think about it. If you went to a beach with people and one of them died in a short amount of time, wouldn't you also be concerned about that?
We're on a remote, undeveloped island.
What a screenwriter-y observation.
This observation isn't a mistake that the movie made, so I don't see how this is a sin.
Who thinks they can swim 100 lengths of a pool against currents?
Michael Phelps? Aquaman? A really smart dolphin?
Jeremy says something random cliche.
My thoughts have more colors in them now.
This is what M. Night thinks poetic dialogue sounds like. From the author of I'm Gonna Salt Bay Your Ass.
This is another case of Jeremy giving a sin to something that he likes.
Yesterday I had a few colors. They were really strong, and now I have more. And they're quieter.
What? This isn't funny anymore. What?
As I've said many times before, your opinions are not sins.
Ocean Cam!
Yeah, it is an ocean cam, so what's wrong with that?
The island can heal the wound in seconds. Why does it still leave a scar? The island is half-assing its job.
Because when you get a deep cut, it'll leave a scar when it heals, and I know because I have a scar on my right hand.
Somehow, during a time crisis on an isolated beach, these two horny now teenagers find a way to sneak off and be horny in a makeshift tent.
Trent and Kara didn't sneak off. While the tumor situation was being taken care of, they were told to go off somewhere and play.
What about her hair and nails? Shouldn't they be growing at an abnormal rate?
Maybe it has to do with the fact that the cells in hair and nails are dead and they aren't reacting in the same way.
Oh.
That was not a sin, my dude.
On this beach, 60 minutes is 2 years.
So that means it would take me 4 months to jerk off. Wait.
Just like the previous sin, this was also not a sin.
Maybe we could slowly walk through the canyon, take a step, stand still.
This is Sneakers. You stole from Sneakers, you dicks.
I don't think so, because this movie mostly takes place on a beach, and Sneakers takes place in a city.
Where are the kids?
You lost the kids? You fuckers deserve it all. Just kneel and accept the incoming justice.
They didn't lose them. Since they told Trent and Kara to go play, they want to make sure they're okay.
This is a pretty good condom commercial.
Yet another case of Jimmy giving a sin to something that he likes.
I'm sorry about the baby.
Well, everyone is. More importantly, why did you go from 11 to 16 super fast, but then not age a bit since then?
I'm pretty sure that Maddox has aged, it's just that she's gotten to a point where there isn't much change in her appearance.
Last night in Old Beach.
Jeremy says something random cliche.
Spilling your baby everywhere.
That's sand coming out of the towel, not the baby's remains.
Obviously, Kara is going to pass out and fall to her death. That's a no-brainer. But how does she even get to the point where she can black out?
It's when Kara climbs this high that she blacks out because she is crossing the threshold.
Kara! Don't climb that!
Disciplining someone else's child. Not because you shouldn't, but why would you want to?
Probably to try to avoid losing another member of their group. I mean, they've already lost Agnes, Midsize Sedan, and Jaren.
Oh no, the girl I met a couple hours ago who eats pasta salad like a monster and who is also the mother of my dead sand baby is now also dead.
Like you've done many times before, you seem to just be saying what is going on in this scene and not pointing out something wrong with it.
Your son has gone from 6 to 20 in an hour, fathering a stillborn child, and now mourning his dead girlfriend of 30 minutes. What do you do?
He'd try to make him feel better, which you are literally showing on screen.
Why would his vision go from fine to blurry in an instant?
Because Guy is aging rapidly on the beach, it's causing his vision to blur. This is also why Priska starts to lose her hearing shortly afterwards. And the best way to know that is to watch the movie.
I can't protect you anymore.
Holy Christ, I thought M. Night could never top the pure insanity of Lady in the Water, but it looks like he took that challenge personally.
I don't see how that's a sin of this movie.
Magnetism of this exact spot on the Earth with the rocks on this beach, submerged beneath the ocean for millions of years, deposited with special minerals, are causing our cells to age at a rapid rate.
If you say so, Magic Beach Diary.
Yeah, that's what the notebook says. So what exactly is the sin here?
They're recording us. Why would they do this?
The actors' questions about why this film was being made somehow make their way into the film.
There's nothing that mentions that on IMDb, my dude.
Favorite part of this movie is the part where you can't see f***ing shit.
This is the third instance of you seeing something you like.
It's rust. It acts like poison when it gets into your bloodstream.
Wow, an expositional stabbing.
It's not really exposition because earlier in the movie, Priska told the kids to put the rusty knives down or else they'd get cut and infected. So it follows that we already had an idea of what would happen to Charles.
Also murder.
I mean, what choice did Priska have? Charles has completely lost his sanity, has already killed Midsize Sedan, and is trying to kill Guy. So what she did was her only choice.
It's weird that this entire family are the only people to have survived this beach. Is that because they're the protagonists? Or was the fact that they are the protagonists the reason they all survived?
They don't all survive. Trent and Maddox are the only survivors.
Mom, are you warm enough?
See, now Mom is suddenly completely deaf and acting like a grandma. Well, she was a grandma for a few seconds, but that's beside the point. The point is, she's aging fast again after spending a lot of time not appearing to age much at all.
Well, after a few years, an adult doesn't look much different, which this comment can explain to you.
Leaves us at the altar.
41 seconds of Maddox sing. Man, this character is a terrible singer.
As I've told you before, an opinion is not a sin, and from now on, until you get it, I'm going to give you 5 sins each time you do this. You're just humming here, and that is not a problem with this movie.
Giving this movie 5 sins for introducing the underwater deer antler hell to my nightmare vocabulary.
Yes, coral does look like antlers, but what you said here is about you, so this sin isn't on the movie, it's on you. CinemaSins just makes the ding sound here, and my guess is that they're saying this because M. Night Shyamalan has a cameo in this movie. And the evidence I have to support this is that Jeremy says this in Sin 26.
If you put yourself in all the movies you make, at what point does it go from playful cameo to selfish indulgence? And why is it 5 movies ago? This pro golf thing is gonna bug me for forever.
Do I really need to explain this again?
Oh, shit. Here we go again.
Am I supposed to feel sorry for these fuckers?
No.
Selling out Idlib.
Trent isn't selling out Idlib, he's just showing him that the message that he gave him was able to help him and Maddox escape from the beach.
How would you feel if a 50-year-old man called and told you he was your 6-year-old nephew?
I'd feel confused that a 6-year-old learned how to talk in a very adult manner in the span of a day. He should be replying, "Me scared."
Well, Trent wasn't really talking like that during his scenes as a kid, and along with Maddox and Kara, his mind was changing as he got older. And here's the end result, everybody. The sin total was 102, and the sentence will be tropical change. Thank you for watching, everybody, and have a nice day.